Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So we all know the end of the year is rapidly approaching. You guys know with the end of the year comes end of the year favorites. I do have like a basket here full of products, so I'm gonna try and go through this a little bit quickly because some of these products I have talked about over and over and over again. So hopefully you guys stick around if you guys want to see what I use repeatedly all year. So the first thing I have here is one of my favorite palettes that I've ever purchased in my life, and definitely one of my favorite purchases from 2019, and that is the Jackie Aina and Anastasia palette. So Jackie Aina is one of my idols when it comes to this YouTube stuff. So anyway, she created this palette in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills, and she created literally the perfect palette for brown skin girls. I mean, you get so many popping shades in here. All of these shades are so easy to blend out. They look incredible on the eye. I mean, this palette is just like the perfect everyday palette, going out palette. You can do so many looks with this, and I've gotten so much use out of this palette so far. This was definitely one of my favorite palettes of the year. Okay, next palette up that I see is the Carity Picante palette. I'm not going to talk about this too long because I feel like I've talked about this palette a lot recently on my channel. You get so many bomb warm tone shades in here, and what I love about this formula, I've said it before, is that it really is a formula that you have to build up, which I personally love because you can make it as popping as you want or like as subtle as you want. And this is one of my favorite palettes like ever in life. Definitely check this out if you haven't. Like, I've used this so much this year. The next palette I have here is one that I think out of all of these palettes that I'm mentioning, I've used the most this year, and that's the e.l.f. Modern Metals palette. Now, this is like one of the best palettes ever, not just like from the drugstore, but ever. Like, it looks high end on the eye. The pigmentation is so amazing, so easy to blend out. Like these matte shades right here, they really show up and show out. They don't disappear when you blend it out. I recommend this to anyone. It's really bomb. So if you haven't tried this, definitely think about trying it. I've reached for this the most this year for sure. The next thing I see in my grabs is the Pixie and Dulce Candy Cafe Con Dulce palette. Now, I do not believe this is available anymore, but I had to mention it in this video because I've used this so much this year. And this could be used on the face, on the body, anywhere, as eyeshadows, as like blush toppers. It's really amazing. All of these shades are so pretty. They blend out very well. I love this palette. You get so many shades in here, so many different skin tones can benefit from this palette. So this palette has been one of my favorites. I've used pretty much like this whole palette all year long. I just love whipping this out because the quality of this is so amazing. Like I said, I don't think this specific palette is available anymore, but they do collaborate with YouTubers. So just go on their site. I think they have some YouTuber collabs out now. You may find something a little bit similar, but this was my baby. All right, the next thing I see here are my Persona lip glosses. I did pick up the trio, but these are the two shades that I wore the most. So these are the Persona Cosmetics lip glosses, one in the shade Peach and one in the shade Honey. I love these so much. These are such pretty glosses. I actually have a Peach on right now. They are very nourishing. I love that about them. They're not sticky at all, and they're just really, really gorgeous on the lips. So I wore these so much. These are my two favorite shades, like I said, Honey and Peach. Oh, they just look amazing over any lipstick, amazing by itself with lip liner. I definitely recommend these if you are looking for a gloss that's like not sticky, relatively affordable, and performs really well. These and my Fenty Gloss Bomb stayed in my purse all year long. They're amazing. On the subject of lips, I had to mention this product because I used this so much like the last 6 months. This is the e.l.f. Modern Metals Liquid Matte Lipstick. It looks like this. This is pretty much like an orangey, burnish red type color. Now, I haven't used it as a lipstick. You guys know I hate liquid lipsticks, but I have used it as a cream blush, and it's been like my go-to jam for cream blush. I just love mixing this in, and what I do, I mix it in with my Skin Glass, and it makes the perfect cream blush, and it just looks amazing. So I had to mention this because anytime I want a cream blush look, I always go for this liquid lipstick. It looks amazing on my skin tone, and it stays all day. So this e.l.f. Modern Metals matte liquid lipstick as a cream blush was phenomenal this year. Can't get enough. And then speaking of Skin Glass, I've talked about this so much here on my channel that I'm not gonna like elaborate long because you can go back and see all of my full thoughts. But this is just an amazing product created by an amazing person whom I love. She is a makeup artist on Instagram. Instagram called North Face. This is her brand. This stuff is just bomb. I use it as a moisturizer, a highlighter. I mix it in with foundations and lipsticks, and I mean, you could do any and everything with this. And a plus of this product is that it's all natural. She makes it herself and it's just bomb. So this was definitely like my go-to product all year. And next, I want to talk about the concealers that kind of stole the show for me this year. The first ones are the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealers. I did a whole demo and review on this product that I'll link down below or in the cards so you guys can check it out. But these concealers I love. I haven't put them down since I bought them. I'm wearing them today and I love them. What I love about these is they give nice coverage, but it still looks very natural. It's very creamy, very easy to blend out, and I feel like it's very buildable as well. Not cakey, just like really bomb. So this was a great product launch for Colourpop. I actually like these a lot more than their original concealers that I also love. I just feel like it's a little bit more natural looking, and I feel like these stay a little bit longer. These concealers for me this year has been amazing. I have the shades Dark 158 Warm and Medium Dark 145 Warm. They gonna change your life. The next concealer that I have to mention is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer. I think this is the concealer that surprised me the most this year, because this is like a concealer I had the least expectations for, and it like blew my mind. This is like the best drugstore concealer I've ever tried. I have the shade Deep Cinnamon. This stuff is bomb. Coverage is amazing. It lasts all day. It looks amazing. It has this really big doe foot and I just love it. As you can see, I've used it pretty much up. This stuff, like if you are on a budget and you need a bomb concealer, $5, okay? All right, so moving on to like base products. The first one is the Pixi H2O Skin Tint Tinted Face Gel. I've talked about this so much here on my channel that I will not bore you, I promise. But this is my favorite base product of life. It's gonna even out your skin tone, give you a little bit of coverage, but it looks flawless. It looks just like your skin and you look amazing with this product. The next product I just did a review on not too long ago, but it's the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. I love this stuff right here. I have the shade Dark 17N. Blends out really well, stays for a long time. This and the Pixi one have been like my go-to base products when I don't want to wear foundation, because it's going to even out your skin tone, look so pretty, but also still perform amazing, looks so natural. If you're more on a budget, I would recommend the Colourpop one because it is cheaper. But if you have like $25 to spend, go with the Pixi one. I love them. They do two totally separate things, but they're both in the same realm of each other and they're both amazing. Okay, let's talk about the foundations that I wore out this year. I'm gonna start with my favorite one of the year. I'm actually wearing it today. It is the Range Beauty Liquid Foundation. I have the shade Rio. This is a black owned brand. I did a full video on this that I'll leave in the cards and down below. This foundation is just bomb. I talked about this a lot recently as well, but it's just amazing. It is like a BB cream and a foundation, long lasting setting. Looks bomb, looks super natural, blends out really well. It just makes you look amazing. Like I said, I am wearing it today. I just love this product. It's great for layering. You can thin it out a little bit. It's just perfection. Definitely check it out. My second favorite foundation of the year was definitely the L'Oreal Infallible Up to 24 Hour Wear Foundation. I have this in the shade 510 Hazelnut. This is my favorite drugstore foundation that I've tried. The coverage on this is amazing. Looks super natural. It's not matte, but it's not glowy. It's just like naturalness, and this foundation looks amazing. Definitely my favorite drugstore foundation of the year. I went back and forth all year between the Range Beauty and this one so much. Love this stuff, definitely recommend it. And then the last foundation I have is like my third favorite foundation of the year, which is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have this in the shade 370. It has amazing coverage on here. It looks amazing. It's very buildable. It looks very natural. I love the packaging, very easy and portable to take on traveling. This is just a really great foundation. I know it got mixed reviews. Either you love it or hate it. For me, it is a love. And it's not too hydrating where it feels super oily and slick. It's just like a nice glowy finish. I love this so much. Next, we're going to talk about the Milk Hydro Grip primer. This is like my primer of the year. I feel like this beat all of the other primers that came out this year. I don't even know if any other primers came out this year, but this beat them all. This was so hyped up, and like for good reason. I'm actually wearing this as my primer today, and as you can see, it's like a gel like formula you put all over, and it really grips everything that goes on top of it. It makes your makeup stay in place all day. You look flawless. I just feel like this was a really innovative product of the year. Okay, next I want to talk about this Kosas Color and Light Cream. This is in the shade Velvet Melon. This is a duo of a blush and a highlighter. It's cream products. Love this stuff. I take this whenever I travel because it's so easy. The blush is so pretty. The highlighter is so pretty. I'm actually wearing the highlighter today. It blends into the skin very easily, very well. It's not streaky. It's just bomb. And I do believe this is also a clean beauty brand at Sephora as well, so that's a plus. This is just a bomb. Next, we have one more eyeshadow palette of the year. This is a newer palette I literally just bought for Black Friday. I don't even think I've mentioned it on this channel yet, but I had to mention it because ever since I bought it, this has been the only eyeshadow palette I've been using, and it's the Persona Cosmetics Identity 2 palette. You guys, look at these shades in here. It's so bomb. I'm wearing this on my eyes today, and I mean, the color selection in here is beyond me. It's gorgeous. I haven't been able to put it down because this is so beginner friendly as well. Like, so good. Everything blends out so well. Everything is so rich and pigmented, and it's just so easy to use. It's like foolproof in my opinion. So like I said, ever since I got this in, I have not put it down. It's the only eyeshadow palette that I've used, and it's bomb. Recommended. Definitely worth all of the coin. Next, my powder of the year. You guys should know what it is if you are not new here. It is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. I have it in the shade Golden Tan. Mine is all raggedy and beat up, but the product inside is amazing. This is the only powder I use at this point, okay? And it just makes my makeup look like it has a filter on it. I look flawless. It keeps my oils in check. One of the best drugstore powders I've tried is this one. So if you're looking for a great powder on a budget, definitely recommend, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Press Powder. My eyebrow product of the year is the e.l.f. Brow Pencil. I think this is called the Instant Lift Brow Pencil. I don't know. It's $2. I tried it on a whim. I got 2 backups of this. This is bomb. I use the shade Deep Brown, and it's just phenomenal. I have it on my brows today. It's the only brow pencil I use. Love the spoolie. Love the product. Easy to use. Easy to blend out. It's like foolproof. My last product is like my lipstick of the year. It's by the Lip Bar. This is in the shade Cocoa Cooler, and it's like this really pretty brown lipstick, and I've worn this so much since I bought it. It's like one of my go-to bold lip colors because it feels so good on the lips. It isn't patchy. It just goes on amazing. It stays for a really long time. It's not matte, so it doesn't make my lips feel dry and cakey. It's just really amazing. Anytime I need a bold lip option, I always reach for this. So I wanted to mention it because it's like literally the only lipstick I really wore all year long. Those were my beauty products of 2019. The things I reached for over and over again, couldn't get enough of. Let me know down below if any of these products were your faves for 2019. Let me know what your fave beauty products of the year was. I would love to see what you guys love this year as well. That is all for me. I'm gonna sign out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.